What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Maths Guy. Today we are looking at how to translate shapes across a 4-quadrant graph. So let's waste no time, let's go. Okay, what do we need to remember today? Well, we're going to remember that a vector describes the translation. And we're actually going to get to that in a moment. But for now, we're going to look at this first instruction, and it says we need to translate figure ABC, 5 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. So let's try and understand what that means. Well, figure ABC refers to one of our shapes that has corners of A, B, and C. Well, with 3 corners, we know the shape has to be triangle. So let's have a look at this triangle down here in the corner. We can see we have corners A, B, and C. So we know we're translating this triangle here. And then how are we translating it? Well, we're translating it 5 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. So we should know that the x-axis is this horizontal axis across here, and the y-axis is the vertical axis from top to bottom. And we should also know that the 5, because it's not got a negative in front of it, means it must be a positive 5, and the 4 also must be a positive 4. So we're moving positive 5 across the x-axis and positive 4 on the y-axis. Now what I like to do is pick one of our vertices, one of our corners here. Let's pick A, and we need to look at this little corner right here where I'm putting this dot. Now it says we need to move 5 across the x-axis, and the x-axis runs left to right or horizontally. So what I'm doing is I'm literally moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my new A would be where this new orange dot is. Now if I was super smart, I could just draw the rest of my triangle in using its measurements, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is look at point B and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be my new point B. And point C would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my new C is just here. Let's relabel them. C, B. Now I can redraw my triangle. You would use a ruler. I don't have that luxury. And if we wanted to, we could color it in to show the new translation. But I haven't finished because it said I need to move 4 on the y-axis. So now what I have to do is look on my y-axis and again move point A, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the top of my triangle would be just here. Then I would move point B, 1, 2, 3, 4. And point C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my new triangle and my final position would be A to B, B to C, and C back to A. And again, color that in to show its final location. I'm going to get rid of this other triangle because that was just there to show you its step. So this would be the final location when I've translated my figure, 5 on the x-axis and 4 on the y-axis. But let's look at what we wanted to remember today. We wanted to remember that a vector describes the translation. So what is a vector? Well, a vector will look like this. We have a set of brackets, and then we would have a number at the top. In this case, it's 5 because the x-axis always comes first, and underneath would be 4 because the y-axis always comes second. So we wouldn't need all of this if we just had this. This would clearly show where we need to move this triangle. Because it's a positive 5 means we go right, and because the 4 is a positive 4 means we go up. If it was a negative 5, that would mean we came to the left. And if it was a negative 4, that would mean we came down on the y-axis. So let's look at this second example and let's try and build the vector first. It says translate figure ABCD, negative 3 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. So my vector would look like negative 3 and then 1. And I can get rid of this. And I'm going to do this all in one step. So I'm going to look back at point A, and I have to move negative 3, which means I'm going to be coming to the left on my x-axis. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 on my x-axis. Mark a point just there. D would come 1, 2, 3. C would come 1, 2, 3. And B would go 1, 2, 3. But I'm not going to create my shape. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at what the y-axis wanted to do. And on the y-axis, it was a positive 1. So now I know I have to go up the y-axis. So each of these dots is going to go 1 point higher. And now I can finally rebuild my shape by drawing all the lines. And I could shade it in or color it if I wanted to. But there would be my translated shape. And again, I didn't need all this description if I simply had this vector. So now it's your turn. Have a go at translating these two shapes here across this 4-quadrant graph. But first, see if you can translate these descriptions into a simple vector. Once you have your vector, go ahead and move your shape. Press pause on the video now. Good luck. And there you have it. That was how to translate shapes across a 4-quadrant graph. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, think about heading over to themathshelter.com, where you're going to find loads more videos to help you with everything you need to know about your age group maths. But for now, guys, I'm going to see you in another video. Peace out.